Right now at 10, the intersection of Fisher Avenue and State Highway 95 reopening after a deadly crash.
And a local woman fights a chronic pain condition.
Plus, Holman is hosting its first ever get-together community event.
Watching WKBT La Crosse. This is News 8 Now at 10.
Good evening, everyone, and thanks for joining us for News 8 Now at 10. I'm Ken Kozarowski.
And I'm Emily Brown. Part of State Highway 95 is reopening after a fatal car accident in Clark County at County Highway J.
The Clark County Sheriff's Office says the initial investigation shows a semi-tractor trailer hit a van crossing the intersection. News 8 Now's Jeremy Wall joins us live in studio with the latest. Jeremy.
Ken and Emily, the crash happened at the intersection of Fisher Avenue and 95. 9 people were killed when a semi-tractor trailer struck entering eastbound, hitting a van entering the intersection that was going north. 8 of the 9 people died at the scene. 1 person was taken to the hospital for their injuries. When we were there earlier, first responders were still there cleaning up the wreckage. The road started reopening around 7 this evening. According to WisDOT, the crash happened just after 7:30 this morning. Now, the names of the victims haven't been released yet. Ken and Emily?
Tragic morning in Clark County. Okay, thank you, Jeremy.
Let's switch gears now. Get you planning for the weekend ahead. Mild conditions ought to be returning after some early morning showers today. Send it over to Greg.
Yeah, we have, we're going to have another decent weekend. Once again, the string of weekends continues, including the sunset once again that we had this evening. With those mid clouds out there and high clouds, you get some great sunsets, and this was one evening that we did happen to see one of them. Otherwise, right now we're outside. We're looking at for tonight. Conditions here are continuing to go down overnight to the 30-degree range as we get towards the morning. Otherwise, Eau Claire, too, will drop back down. Once again, we get into the mid-20s here later on, too. Overall, the precipitation has pushed well to the east for the areas that were to Boscobel and Prairie du Chien, so we're not going to expect to see any more precipitation. Temperatures continue to fall into the 30s as we zoom in. That's the last bit of precipitation, and there's obviously no road issues to go on. If we time out, the clouds are going to be the next to actually exit the area eventually over time, so we should see clearing skies to the south. All the areas with a few clouds up to the north beginning to push in towards the morning hour. So as we go out through the rest of the weekend, once again, we're having a breezy, cool Saturday, but we have mild conditions Sunday, and if you like the warm temperatures, they're coming back next week, 60s, maybe even a 70 again. So time that all out again. So yeah, they're back again, the 60s and 70s.
All right. Thank you, Greg. A woman in Chatfield, Minnesota says her life changed after she was diagnosed with a chronic pain disorder.
As Michael Germain reports, she's now telling her story to bring awareness to the disease.
Trigeminal neuralgia is a disorder caused by pressure on the trigeminal nerve close to the brainstem, causing attacks of severe facial pain.
The pain would feel like every tooth on this side was abscessed.
After Gina received her haircut one day, she came home and started to get horrific facial pain. When the pain wouldn't go away, her mother decided to take her to the Olmsted Medical Center in Rochester.
But when I went into the ER, I would hold myself. I would have my thumb on my ear, and my fingers were around my jaw. And I walked in like that, and the ER doctor said, "You have trigeminal neuralgia, that's a universal sign."
After her diagnosis and multiple visits in and out of Mayo, she landed in Gunderson Health System in June of 2016.
Which was the best decision we've ever made.
She ended up receiving brain surgery, which she accredits to saving her life.
From my primary, to my neurologist, to the ER, to my neurosurgeon, helped save me.
But a year and 2 weeks after the surgery, everything changed.
We were laughing hysterically, and I felt a huge pain in the back of my head. Here we go again.
Falling into a deep state of depression.
I was mourning the loss of who I was.
Gina was 7 months into her marriage at the time, and she says she was lucky to have support from her friends, family, and husband.
There's a lot of people that their spouses don't stick around because they didn't sign up for it.
She and her husband spent most of their time being social on the weekends. Her life now did a complete 180.
And in 2 years, we were hermits. A lot of my triggers were laughing and smiling. Being outside, the wind blowing in my ear would be a huge trigger.
At 50 years old, she's realized she can turn her pain into purpose.
I'm here to let other people know they're not alone.
The American Association of Neurological Surgeons report 150,000 people are diagnosed with the disease every year. It is most common in people over the age of 50.
A judge has denied a request to reduce bond for the mother of missing 3-year-old Wisconsin boy Elijah Vu during her initial court appearance. And Katrina Bauer now faces additional charges. 3-year-old Elijah has now been missing since February 20th. Authorities say he was last seen while being watched by Jesse Vang, a man who is in relationship with the mother Bauer. Bauer and Vang were charged with felony child neglect about a week after Elijah's disappearance. And Bauer now facing a new charge related to her 6-year-old daughter. She's accused of leaving her unattended in a car for about an hour in cold weather.
We have now changed count 1 to chronic neglect as party to the crime. We have also added the count 4, which involves neglect to another child who is 6 years old from February 14th.
Now, Vang's hearing was postponed to next week because he did not have an attorney. The FBI and Manitowoc County authorities are offering a combined $25,000 reward for any information that leads to finding the missing Elijah Vu.
The Cross crews are posting temporary no parking signs around the city. The signs are marking street maintenance beginning next Monday and lasting about 2 weeks. They will be posted at more than 25 areas around La Crosse and will be removed once each street is completed. A full list of these restrictions will be posted on our website.
The race for Wisconsin's 96th Assembly seat is heating up. Former La Crosse County Board Chair Tara Johnson says she is running for the seat as a Democrat. The 96th district currently covers Vernon and parts of southern La Crosse County. According to a Marquette Law School analysis, the 96th district is now leaning more Democratic after Governor Tony Evers signed the state's new district maps last month. Johnson previously served on the La Crosse County Board for 20 years and was board chair for about half that time. She says that experience is going to be invaluable in Madison.
I don't necessarily feel fresh, but I will be a fresh face in Madison, and it will be great to take that experience of working in a nonpartisan environment at the county board and taking it to Madison.
Johnson initially ran for the 3rd Congressional District last year, but suspended that campaign after a few months. Currently, the 96th District is held by Viroqua Republican Lauren Oldenburg.
Well, if you watched President Biden's State of the Union address last night, you may remember Congressman Derek Van Orden's outburst. He shouted lies while President Biden was discussing former President Donald Trump's handling of the COVID-19 pandemic. Democrat Mark Pocan, the House representative for Wisconsin's 2nd District, is among Democrats calling on Van Orden to apologize for his actions at last night's address. Today, Van Orden says Republicans are done putting up with a double standard on political decorum.
If President Trump had said 1/10 of the negative political statements about his predecessor, President Obama, the Democrat Party in the House probably would have burnt it down and walked out and protested in the streets.
Representative Van Orden was among several people that interrupted President Biden's speech, including Georgia Representative Marjorie Taylor Greene and Steve Nikui, the invited guest of Florida Representative Brian Mast.
A Wisconsin Senate committee says 2 UW Board of Regents deserve to be fired. The committee recommended that the full Senate reject both Dana Wachs and John Miller's confirmation to the board. Wachs is an Eau Claire attorney who served on the 91st Assembly District from 2013 to 2019. Both Wachs and Miller voted against a deal that gave money for capital projects and UW pay raises in exchange for a hold on more UW diversity positions. Wachs has told the Associated Press that a Senate rejection would be an example of, quote, partisan politics off the rails. Wachs added he might consider running again for Assembly.
Today, the Holmen Community Center started a new quarterly event called Holmen Get Together. The first ever get-together featured multiple local artists showcasing their work, along with live music, mocktails, and crepes. A band named Under Paris Skies performed and played into the night's Parisian theme. We spoke with the host of the event, who told us why community social gatherings like these are important.
One of the things that we forget is that people have to be able to engage. So there are a lot of people in our community that might not have that natural opportunity, and so this can create a place for them to find friendship.
She said she was happy with the turnout and said Holman Get-Together will be held 4 times every year.
Tomorrow night, we shift our clocks forward an hour for daylight saving time. A nurse practitioner at Gunderson Health System Sleep Clinic says the days following the time change put people at an increased risk for things like mood disorders, heart attacks, and work-related incidents. It's because we all feel more tired and groggy as we get used to the time change. But it's not just waking up an hour earlier that makes us feel groggy.
Going to bed when it's lighter out and waking up when it's darker out, and our body isn't set to naturally want to wake up in those type of scenarios because our circadian rhythm or our natural time clock isn't designed that way.
Neumeister says you can feel yourself less groggy after the time change if you do a couple of things before Saturday night. First, you can try and create a sleep bank, try and get all the extra sleep you can. Second, shift that sleep schedule to the new wake-up time in 15 to 20-minute increments.
The U.S. and other countries are airdropping food in Gaza into the Gaza Strip,
where the UN says more than 500,000 people are on the brink of starvation. More details when we come back.
We forge steel bars that hold up bridges, propel ships, and send rockets into space.
But for years, China's been lowballing their prices, so it's been tough to compete.
We can't let China steal Wisconsin jobs, so I wrote a law to require American infrastructure projects use American iron and steel.
Tammy Baldwin got President Trump to sign her Made in America bill.
And then she got President Biden to make it permanent.
I'm Tammy Baldwin. I approve this message.
Tammy Baldwin has our back.
Hey, Dominic here to tell you that we have rubs. We have a chicken and pork rub, we have a sweet chicken and pork rub, and we have a beef rub. Our rubs cover everything from chicken wings to complex briskets. For some amazing pulled pork, take a pork butt, coat with mustard, season with the sweet chicken and pork rub, smoke at 225 degrees to an internal temp of 200 degrees. Let it rest and pull it apart. It's gonna take a while, so make a Bloody Mary using Please Name Bloody Mary mix. I don't think a day could get much better.
If you're ready for a new kitchen, then you owe it to yourself to visit the board store during the 2024 Early Bird Home Show. This is the design center where our designers put it all together for you. Visit our flooring showroom, see all of the possibilities. Visit our kitchen showroom and see all of the styles that are available to you. Then return here and put in your countertops, put in your fixtures, put in your knobs, and design that kitchen that's just right for you during the Early Bird Home Show, only at the board store. Call or visit soon.
The U.S. and other countries continue to deliver food into the Gaza Strip, where the UN says more than 500,000 people are on the brink of starvation.
CBS's Robbie Inocencio embedded with U.S. troops in Amman, Jordan, and is the first correspondent to get an up-close look with the American military on one of these airdrops.
Food, desperately needed, airdropped over northern Gaza by the U.S. Air Force. Before takeoff, the crew loaded their U.S. military C-130 cargo plane with nearly 2 tons of aid, ready to eat chicken and rice meals, wheat, dates, and powdered milk. Shortly after, we roared into the air. Our 1-hour journey from Jordan took us west over Israel to northern Gaza. As the aft doors opened, we banked hard over the Mediterranean with the horizon almost on its side, descending to just 3,000 feet. Gaza's coastline first appeared, then the outlines of the destruction of Gaza City, once the Strip's biggest, just before the drop.
These meals are now being brought into the active war zone that is the Gaza Strip. It is some relief, but it is hardly enough.
Aid agencies estimate about 300,000 people are still living in the war-ravaged wasteland of northern Gaza, with hundreds of thousands more on the brink of famine. In addition to the U.S. today, military cargo jets from Jordan, Egypt, France, the Netherlands, and Belgium flew airdrop missions. But one parachute that failed to deploy overshadowed all the good intent. Its connected package hurtled to the ground, injuring at least 11 people and killing 5. Among them, 9-year-old Mohanad Mikdad. A tragedy that came as the U.S. plans to build a temporary pier on Gaza's coast. That could resemble this Army-built causeway that would be driven into the shore and could offload 2 million meals each day. Completion is expected to take up to 60 days. With the holy fasting month of Ramadan now just a few nights away, a prayer for food may be on everyone's lips. And a U.S. defense official tells CBS News that an initial review of that parachute failure that killed those 5 Gazans indicated the American aid drop was not to blame, and an investigation is still required. Ramy Inocencio, CBS News, Amman, Jordan.
Cool, breezy, and sunny conditions ahead for your weekend. Greg breaks it down, coming up next.
Yeah, he sure does.
What you see is important. That makes quality eye care important too. Get personalized care from experienced optometrists at Shopko Optical. Better eye care. You'll see. Don't need glasses? See us for your contacts and save on your annual supply.
Jolivet Family Farms features one of the area's largest selections of frozen seafood, including lobster tails, shrimp, scallops, North Atlantic cod loins, calamari, clams, clam strips, crawfish tails, salmon, catfish nuggets, alligator, frog legs, and seafood medley. Pick up some appetizers, French fries, onion rings, cheese curds, mac and cheese bites, and sweet potato fries. Jolivet's also has fresh produce and a homemade bakery with bread, cookies, bars, pies. Don't forget the beer or wine. All at Jolivet Family Farms, West Salem.
For over 40 years, Blood Cross Glass and Overhead Door has been the go-to company for anything glass and door. We offer a large stock inventory of CEHI garage doors to help you find the perfect fit. As a locally owned business, we take pride in our work and always get the job done. From commercial glass and glazing to residential glass and CEHI garage doors, we have the experience and expertise to help you. Call or visit our website today.
Sit on this, sit on that, sit on this, hey, sit on that, sit on this, sit on that. Hey!
King Furniture has thousands of items in stock and ready for immediate delivery. You can see it, buy it, and enjoy your new furniture in your home today.
Sit on this, sit on that.
Your eyewear should be as individual as you. With Shopko Optical's extensive selection of frames and lenses, our optometrists will learn about you and help you customize the right choice for your lifestyle. Visit Shopko Optical and find your new signature style today.
Clear Choice Window and Home Solutions, your choice for quality, affordable windows, installed by our experienced team. Contact us or stop into our showroom today for your free estimate.
All right, well, rainfall totals, we didn't have a lot with this system. It kind of, if you watched yesterday, the mountains kept coming down a little bit or shifting further southeast. And really overall, the southwest areas that we had picked up maybe a quarter. As you go forward closer to Madison, that's where they picked up a ½ inch. As you further north, it pretty much drops off to 0. So a little rain, not a lot. And if you look at the drought situation, it kind of hit more where they don't need it so much as in far southern Wisconsin, but areas of southwest Wisconsin, northeast Iowa, and even all the way up to La Crosse too. We didn't get much in the way of it. So drought conditions, don't expect this to change as they come out with the next one next Thursday. Overall, you look at the weekend, it's really Sunday's probably the better of the days because the winds won't be as strong, more sun. Tomorrow will be breezy, and those temperatures, 45 and 42, are not that far off to where we should be now, getting close to the middle of March. Cloud cover will decrease through the morning for the southern areas. Farther north, we might see more clouds begin to develop towards the morning time as some more colder air begins to evac into the area. So you'll wake up tomorrow morning, most areas will be mostly clear skies, 20s for pretty much the whole entire area. Here's this batch of clouds that will come through, low clouds. It'll just be a brief time, probably late morning to early afternoon, along with the northwest wind. It'll keep it feeling kind of cool. We're not really used to some of these conditions. It won't be the 50s as we go in the afternoon. We'll start seeing more sun towards the later half of the afternoon. Temperatures will get back up into the upper 30s, low 40s, maybe a spot or two will get to the mid 40s. But all in all, pretty average day. The winds will be kind of breezy, so it won't feel as warm. Now, if you look at the big picture going into next week, really got this ridge out to the west. It's going to build up high pressure. It's going to start making warmer conditions as we go in through Monday into Tuesday as the upper level winds begin to turn around to the south. So overall, it's going to get warm. And then as we go towards the middle of the week, we're going to get a little unsettled. Eventually, this system out to the west is going to make its way towards our region probably for the second half of the work week. So that's kind of the time frame we'll start seeing maybe our next chance for some precipitation. But overall, the temperatures, although they're going to start off near average Saturday, they're going to climb above average Sunday and then well above average as we go through Monday and Tuesday. That means 60s, potentially 70s coming into play before all that activity out to the west begins to approach. More clouds, precipitation, that'll keep our temperatures probably down a little bit for the second half of the week, but we're not expecting any type of real cold air. The one problem, too, we have to deal with, these are the relative humidities come Sunday. We've dealt with very dry conditions, and it's going to continue for fire weather concerns. The winds won't be a problem Sunday. We'll see those relative humidities still be very low in the afternoons through Monday and potentially Tuesday, so we'll keep an eye on that. Once again, right now the winds are going to be something that we're going to kind of keep an eye on, but overall still very dry out there, so use caution if you're going to do any type of burning, especially as we go into next week. But for tonight, really clearing skies for most areas. We'll get back down to the 20s for most locations. Tomorrow, a little cooler just for that northwest wind and some cloud cover to go along with it. So more into the 40s for most of the locations. Not that far off from where we should be this time of year. And as we go to the 8-day forecast, Sunday looks the better of the day as we go through. We see that temperatures will get back into the 50s and eventually the 60s as we go through Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday, with unsettled weather kind of returning for the second half of next week. But all in all, tomorrow will feel more like a mid-March day than we've had. The rest of the time, it's more like April. So.
And I like the words coming out of your mouth.
The mild conditions continue. We just haven't seen any cold air, so continues.
All right, Greg, thanks very much. Coming up next in sports, the Panthers are just a couple of wins from a state title. West Salem back in Green Bay for the second consecutive season. They had a tough test in the semis against Pewaukee. Rob's got those highlights next. A social media post goes viral, and a local restaurant suddenly finds themselves with a full plate.
The whole community that shared it made me realize how tight-knit the La Crosse community is.
The story behind the incredible outpouring of community support for one of their own.
Buygoff and Rohde had your back then, and we have your back now. We've been Wisconsin's personal injury powerhouse for over 50 years. Buygoff and Rohde. Serious injuries need serious lawyers.
There's never been a better time to switch to Spectrum. Spectrum Internet offers speed and reliability, while advanced Wi-Fi gives you best-in-class security for all your connected devices. And Spectrum Mobile delivers unlimited talk, text, and data with nationwide 5G included. Switch now and get Spectrum Internet for $49.99, plus advanced Wi-Fi and one Spectrum Mobile Unlimited line free for 12 months. Start saving today. Visit Spectrum.com, a Spectrum store, or scan to call now.
What I love about T-Mobile is that just about anywhere you go, you're going to have coverage.
Where I live is a rural area. The coverage has been awesome.
Reliable coverage is super important for me, for my business.
And after investing billions to light up our network from big cities to small towns, T-Mobile is America's largest and fastest 5G network. See for yourself. Try T-Mobile's network free for 3 months. Your phone, our network, no strings.
It's the Early Buy Outdoor Sale at Drury's in Fountain, Minnesota. Patio dining sets, sofas, and love seats, even loungers, they're all on sale. Take advantage of the biggest discounts of the year on outdoor special orders guaranteed. It's the perfect time to get what you want the way you want it. Plus, we'll give you free delivery on your outdoor furniture. Want it right away? We've got all our favorites in stock at pre-season prices. Big discounts and free delivery on outdoor furniture at Drury's in Fountain, Minnesota.
Buygoff and Rohde. We've been Wisconsin's personal injury powerhouse for over 50 years, and we have the #1 personal injury attorney in Eau Claire. Buygoff and Rohde. Serious injuries need serious lawyers.
For all of our Wisconsin girls basketball teams, the goal every year is to get to Green Bay, and the Panthers are back in the state tournament for the second straight season. West Salem back on the Rush Center floor, looking to take down top-seeded Pewaukee early in the first half. Megan Johnson stopping, popping, dropping the three. Panthers jump in front by 1. A few moments later, West Salem swings it into Johnson in the post. She uses the window for 2, still a 1-point game. Johnson carrying the load for West Salem. Sam Niemeyer falls to the floor, but she gets it to Johnson in space for 2 of her 9 first-half points. West Salem trails by 1. Pewaukee answering the call. Kylie Piper picks off the pass. She goes coast to coast for the lay-in, part of a 13-0 run for the Pirates. Then with seconds left before the half, Amy Tarian lets it fly from way downtown and drills it. Pirates take a 20-point lead into the break. Second half, Johnson trying to keep the Panthers alive. Dribbles into another three. Book it. Pewaukee, though, still in control. Couple minutes later, Sydney Quick driving to the hole. Shot is off the mark, but Cerise Sackett's there to clean up the mess. Panthers still clawing back, but Pewaukee just too powerful down the stretch. Pirates force the turnover. Ella Opie goes the distance for the score. Pewaukee pulls away to end West Salem's outstanding season, 79-41.
First of all, I'm real proud of our kids. We played very, very well. We came in with a game plan of trying to put ourselves in a spot to give ourselves a chance. I thought we played really well the first 7-8 minutes. And then Pewaukee turned it up a little bit and the floodgates opened up and we had a hard time maintaining that intensity level.
Their defense led to turnovers on our part, so then they got transition layups and we couldn't get back on defense quick enough. And, I mean, I know we made it here last year, but it's always super special to make it here again and be here with one of my families, so super special.
Special season indeed for the Panthers. A lot of young talent on this team. I'm sure Johnson and the rest of the crew will be motivated more than ever to get back to Green Bay in 2025. As for the boys, a jam-packed Saturday of sectional final matchups on the slate for tomorrow in Division II. West Salem is looking to get back to the state tournament. Panthers are in Neillsville to take on River Falls. In D3, GET is in Eau Claire as the Redhawks square off with Prescott. In Division 4, Aquinas also in Eau Claire. Blue Goals will battle Cameron. And in Division 5, Cashton comes to La Crosse as the Eagles clash with Columbus Catholic at Logan High School. NCAA D3 Indoor Track and Field Championships in Virginia Beach. How about former Logan Ranger Lauren Jarrett, 200-meter, and Jarrett takes second in her heat, putting her in tomorrow's finals. And in the men's, it's the fastest man in D3, Sam Blaskowski. Not his best event, but takes first in his heat. He's through to the finals with the second best qualifying time. But what's more impressive is both of their 60-meter times. Jarrett would run a 7.44. That's good enough for the second best time in meet history. She's the top qualifying time for the finals. And then Blaskowski, no surprise here, running the top time of 6.66. Breaking his own meet record from last year. Not even a personal best for him. Both the men's team and women's teams are defending champions as they'll look to repeat over the weekend. Playoff hockey tonight. Border rivals going at it in Minneapolis. Gophers clinging to a 1-goal lead late in the third, but the Badgers battle back with less than 10 seconds to go. Wisconsin ties it at 3. We go to overtime, and in the extra frame, it's Wisconsin's Lacey Eden with the shot of the night. Check this one out. She lights the lamp. Badgers win it 4-3 in OT. They're moving on to the WCHA Final Face-Off Championship tomorrow against rival Ohio State. Women's hockey. You got to love it.
That surprised me. At first I thought I was watching men, but
they
saw the ponytails. Wow.
Two of the best programs in women's hockey, Wisconsin and
Wow,
Minnesota.
impressive.
That was a rivalry too. That's a big one. Thanks, Rob.
You got it.
Okay, we'll be right back after this.
Ashley's biggest event of the year is here. Earn 3% back with 12-month special financing on a qualifying in-store purchase with your Ashley Advantage Synchrony credit card for a limited time. Shop Doorbusters starting at just $2.99 and get free no-hassle delivery and assembly. Only at Ashley.
Don't let banking be stressful. Union State Bank is a family-owned bank at the forefront of technology. Our mobile app lets you manage your finances on your time. Deposit a check, pay bills, manage your debit card, transfer funds, and receive real-time alerts. We bring banking to the palm of your hand so you can easily track your account wherever life takes you. At one of our locations or on the go, Union State Bank puts you first.
Union State Bank, where customers and community come first. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
It's hard to explain what this feels like. Moving piles of earth, towing up to 4,000 pounds, cutting millions of blades of grass. We could keep trying to put it into words, but nothing compares to experiencing it for yourself. You just have to get in the seat.
Visit Tractor Central, take a seat, and see for yourself why nothing runs like a deer. Start now at TractorCentral.com.
Let River City Grill in Winona, Minnesota be your new go-to dinner destination. We provide exceptional service no matter the occasion. From date nights to family outings with the kids, we have something for everybody at the table. Enjoy one of our 23 tap beers and pair it with a burger and fries during our happy hour from 2 to 6 p.m. Or, for a fine dining experience, try our salmon and steak entrees paired with our amazing signature cocktails. River City Grill, located in Winona, Minnesota. Call or book an online reservation today.
The 2024 Early Bird Home Show is your opportunity to transform the exterior of your home into something truly better than new. New seamless steel siding or attractive vinyl siding, new soffit, fascia, gutters, and window trim. Even new windows and doors will make your home better than new. Call, visit, or reach out online for a prompt free estimate on transforming the exterior of your home during the 2024 Early Bird Home Show, only at the Board Store.
Ashley's biggest event of the year is here. Earn 3% back with 12-month special financing on a qualifying in-store purchase with your Ashley Advantage Synchrony credit card for a limited time. Shop Doorbusters starting at just $2.99 and get free no-hassle delivery and assembly. Only at Ashley.
You expect more, so thank you for watching News 8 Now.
Students at Western Technical College know the importance of looking sharp in the workforce, and that's why they were out today collecting donations for their 10th annual Suits for Success drive. And there are still chances to donate.
That's right. The drive was organized by Western Tech's business management students. They collected new and used business attire as well as scrubs for people in the medical field.
The clothing can be used for job interviews or other professional occasions. And the clothing will be made available to students and the public during a distribution event March 20th at the Lunda Center on the campus.
One student says organizing these events teaches them valuable business skills that they can use in the workforce.
We're able to manage different categories. We have marketing, inventory, distribution events. We're able to work with the community, with each other, teamwork.
If you have clothing you'd like to donate, you can drop them off at the Western Tech bookstore.
We'll have more information on that distribution event March 20th on all of our digital platforms.
Important effort. First impressions do matter.
They sure do.
Okay, we'll be right back after this.
See the stories you missed or watch them again on our YouTube page. Or find us at news8000.com.
How much time do you spend comparing prices on pre-owned vehicles? At Dahl Auto, we're comparing prices every day, all week, all year. Because we want our price to be the best price by far. Dahl Auto.
When we at Riverbank made our new youth savings account, we wanted to learn more about how kids thought about money. So we went right to the source. Our first question was, how much money do your parents spend in a year?
$16.
Okay.
25. More than 100. 105. 3,000.
Riverbank, local banking made simple.
So, all of us are here to talk about trading. Right now at US Cellular, you can get a new phone without having to trade in your old one.
Trade you my PB&J for that phone.
No, kid, you don't have to trade. See, $830 off any phone at US Cellular. No trade-in needed.
You drive a hard bargain. Boom. Chocolate milk.
You don't have to trade.
I'll take the chocolate milk.
Okay.
Get $830 off any phone. No trade-in needed. US Cellular. Built for us.
The Hy-Vee cereal sale. This Friday through Sunday. Select cereal is just $1.99. Get big deals on all your favorite cereal, like Select General Mills cereal, just $1.99. And Select Post cereal, just $1.99. Plus other great deals. Don't miss the cereal sale. 3 days only, this Friday through Sunday. Only at Hy-Vee.
Hello, I'm Christy Halenka, Reading Program Chair at Viterbo University. Viterbo is proud to serve our area communities by providing programs that produce quality educators and leadership in our schools. Viterbo University is once again partnering with News 8 to recognize outstanding classroom teachers in the area. We look forward to working with generations of teachers and change agents for years to come. Do you know a top-notch teacher? Then go online to news8000.com or write to this address.
Have your own 5-star experience at Dahl Auto.
All right, tomorrow we should say cooler, breezier conditions, but not that far off from where we should be for this time of year, with temperatures mainly in the 40s or upper 30s to mid 40s for most locations. It will get warmer for Sunday, less wind, and we lose the hour of sleep. We gain the 60s next week, maybe 70. Until weather, I'd like to take a shout out to my sister who turns her birthday today.
Hey, happy birthday.
Michelle, she's in Richland Center.
Happy birthday, Michelle.
Have a great night, everybody.
Have a great weekend.